Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Robin, this is the Digital Wilds, and welcome to Chibi-Robo. I thought we could use something a little bit cheerful this week. There's so much bad news, so much of the horrible things happening in the world that I thought we'd just play a nice game about a robot tidying up. This is one of the last games released for the GameCube, and as such, it's quite rare. Used copies go for about £80 in my experience, so it's not a game that you're going to run into in the wild very much, but it is one I'd highly recommend regardless. So let's begin.
Sounds like you could put it down like oh shit. Sounds like oh shit, it's more crap. Think of how shit fuck. Here.
So this is Jenny, who only likes to dress like a frog, apparently. You can't talk, you're just like Teal Minnie Mouse. These people talk like Animal Crossing characters. What's this? It's some kind of steam pressure cooker. Yeah, she just loves rice balls. So here we are, alive, and we, as the title might have implied, are Chibi-Robo. This is our pal. And here we go. So we get the full red carpet treatment, and out comes us. This is Chibi-Robo. He's rather cute, I think. And here he is. He's a simple little being, but he's quite sweet for it. Nobody notices his little flying friend for some reason. Ah yes, it's television. Okay, so our first task is we have to find our way up to that flower. And yes, we can eat nothing because we are only a tiny robot. This is a Japanese game, so it's incredibly dialogue heavy, but it at least teaches us how to climb. So we push against things or hop up them. And ditto like this, we can keep climbing with just the analog stick, and this gets us up to the flower. So now we can pluck that with A, and pop it into our head. Not sure how it fits, it's some kind of TARDIS arrangement. But yes, Dad really loves Chibi-Robo. I have a feeling this may play a role in the story to come. Like Princess Peach in Mario 2, we've got the ability to hover, like so. So we'll hover over to the cake, pop that away, and let's have a chat with Jenny the Frog. Oh no, it's just another explanation of the cake. And if we go over here, we get 10 money points. I'm not quite sure what currency they are, I guess yen. And we've got dynamic music here, because the plinky plonk of Chibi-Robo's feet on the table accompanies the music that we are listening to. So I guess if we pop over here, we can put our Chibi-Copter away and have a quick word. And we can give her the rose from our inventory. So she's flattered and we get happy points, which we can... Oh, we also get 120 money, which is far more useful. Ah, the currency is moolah, apparently. I wonder what she wished for. And with that, Chibi-Robo has arrived in the household. So our job more broadly is to make ourselves useful to the household, and our Chibi ranking, we start out with number 1 million and we immediately advance to 776,714, so almost a quarter of the way up the rankings already. Getting those happy points will give us bonus batteries, so that will let us go around for longer. We'll see that there's power going into Chibi-Robo from the outlet, and we need to charge him using that periodically. Yep, so outlets function as save points. You also notice we've got a quite nice ragdoll physics on the lead here. We can yank our plug out and exit the Chibi house. So our job is to clean up trash, help out with errands, and generally be a good little machine. Unfortunately, it's night time now, so we have to not wake up Daddy Sanderson and the dog. So there's a day-night cycle, and that affects obviously what happens in the house. So when television finally shuts up, we'll see that we've got the power meter in the bottom right there. We can obviously move around more efficiently when we're not dragging the cable behind us, but that stops us jumping and doing other sort of important things. So we'll collect some money from out of here. Just quickly top up our power and show you how that works. Won't save on this occasion though, just need to kick out the wall like that, and off Chibi-Robo goes. So it looks like there's some kind of ring up here. I guess that belongs to Mrs. Sanderson, but we can't climb these drawers just yet. We'll need to, I guess, drag those out and do some platforming. There we go. Ah, can't quite jump all that way on our own, so have to, again, pull the other drawer out. And we can grab this froggy ring, which might, in fact, belong to Jenny, given that she's obsessed with frogs. So hop down here, just close those drawers to be courteous. And we've got some, what we got here? We've got some dog paw prints. Unfortunately, we can't clean those up quite yet. So we'll have to wait a little while until that becomes an option. What else have we got in this room? We've got all this trash over here. We're going to pick that up and put it in the bin. And when we're next to a bin, we can just tap A and that'll chuck any rubbish we've got in there for extra heart points. That's extra 2. Not very much, but it's worth doing. Drawers out again so that we can climb up here and get more trash. So yeah, a couple of extra bits here. And I can see some sticks over on the other side of the room as well, so we'll go pick those up in a second. Just after we empty our head of all this trash. Not sure quite why we can't toss it in from there, but apparently not. And that gathers us some extra heart points. Someone's clearly fixed this broken bit of window using this teddy sticker. Well, shame I don't have a Chibi Blaster, but I'm sure that will come up as a gameplay point at some point. For now, I'm just going to keep collecting the trash that's littered around Mr. Sanderson's drunk escapades. And what is this? This looks interesting. Okay, so it's a toothbrush. And someone as small as Chibi could probably find some good purposes for that. This is a kid's game, so it's incredibly heavily tutorialised, but I'll try and skip over most of them. But by cleaning these stains up, we get ourselves extra heart points, and it's quite efficient gaining of heart points as well, because we're up to 31 now. So if we head back over to where the dog paw prints are, we can clean those up as well. Oh dear, the TV's on. Well, not our problem for the moment. We've got to keep cleaning up these dog paw prints. And that drains the battery fairly swiftly, so we'll head over to the outlet and plug ourselves in. Wish my electronics charged this quickly. Okay, and now that we're recharged, we can scrub ourselves some paw prints again. So we get some bonuses for the chores we've done. Five bonus happy points, which takes us up to 50. I believe it's 60 we get an extra battery upgrade, so that's quite well worth doing. Right, now that dog paw print is being cleaned up, plus some spare moolah under the sofa. So I think the TV is going to require getting up to the remote, which I think is up on the sofa. So I'll head over here. Ooh, hello, what are you? You're cute and creepy at the same time. Ah, so she's some kind of draft excluder or dog toy. Dog toy it is. Yeah, Tao is the dog, I think. Oh, we got some party popper trash, okay. So we'll pop to the bin, and now we've met that lovely dog toy, we've made a friend. This is some kind of Toy Story style world where toys are alive. Which I guess, I mean, this game actually kind of reminds me quite heavily of the Toy Story 2 PC game, which I didn't own, but I had the demo of it when I was a kid, and that involved going around various rooms of the house as, I think Buzz Lightyear you were playing as, and yeah, solving various problems. We've thrown away enough trash to earn ourselves some extra battery power, I think, so if we head back to base, we'll see what that earns for us. Aha, actually I've been sidetracked for a moment, because by climbing up these books, looks like we can hop up onto this chair, and as well as collecting some trash, let's see if we can spot the remote. I reckon Sanderson has slept on it, and that's why it's going off. Maybe not, though. We could chibi-copter over to the... Okay, the chibi-copter makes our battery go down very swiftly, I see. Well, I wonder if, with our remaining time... I don't think we've got quite enough time to get down to the... Get over to the remote, but we'll go over for a quick charge and back to our base where we can... Oh! Okay, so we finished the first night. I was going home for a recharge, but apparently we can only go out at night. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we can go out during the day. It just changes who's hanging around. So what does this do to our rankings? Up to 289,372. Very nice. So top third already, which implies to me that most of these Chibi-Robos don't get used very much or aren't very loved, which is a bit sad. So with that said and done, let's head out into the world and see what we can help out with during the day. Here they are. So let's go speak to Jenny the Frog Girl. See what she's... Oh, she's drawing some pictures of frogs, as expected. And let's see if we can talk to her teddy. Nope, just to her. And all she'll say is kero kero, which is, I think, is the Japanese onomatopoeia for a frog croaking. Does she think I'm a frog? Oh no, but she wants me to climb up and hang out, which I guess is okay as long as she's not going to put me in her mouth. You certainly can. Oh, well, I get some happy points for doing that, because my job is not just to clean up, it's to make the family happy in myriad other ways. So we'll clean up some random bits of trash and take those over to the bin, just to clock up some extra happy points. Plus these sticks, which are, I guess, dog detritus, because they're next to paw prints, which will need to be scrubbed away. Gotta be mindful of the rate at which this burns through my battery. You'll note that the environmental music we get for each action changes quite a bit. Unfortunately, we're now in quite a need of some charging, so just going to head over and use this outlet over here. Good opportunity to check my rankings. Hopefully that won't automatically skip to night. I just need to come back and charge up a bit. There we are. So that takes our rankings up a little bit as well. Up into the top 100,000, in fact. And that gets us some bonus battery, so well worth doing. I don't know how much that extra gives us. Oh, okay, yeah, it's up 20%. That's a decent increase. Yeah, so that obviously increases the amount of work we can do in a work day. And that, if we get to 200, that will take us to... I'm guessing that'll take us up to like 1,200 or so. So now that we've got the energy, let's go up and explore this chair, which we didn't get the chance to do in the evening. Maybe we can talk to Mrs. Sanderson and see how she's feeling. Probably have to get our chibi hello out for this one, or whatever it's called. Chibi-copter. While we're here, we'll pick up some of this trash. Oh, it's not Mrs. Sanderson, it's Mr. Sanderson. He's no longer passed out drunk on the couch. He is instead... Oh, that wasn't good. Yeah, there is fall damage in this game. It affects your battery rather than your health. But nonetheless, we have lost a fair bit of it. We're going to pick up some of these sweet wrappers as well. Worth little bits of heart points each. Okay, so let's try this again. This time not fall off the ledge. Oh, the Chibi-copter really eats up our battery life. So I don't think we're going to have much choice other than to just go have a quick chat with Sanderson. Certainly am. Only the living room, though. Well, they didn't give us any extra happy points at all. I'm quite disappointed. Might have to go back for a quick recharge here, so equip the Chibi-copter. Got to remember our battery life is still fairly small. No need to go properly back into the house here, just going to go for a quick charge. Okay, and I think our next objective should be to leave this room, and we'll go and see what's happening past this door. It's been left ajar for a reason, I think, and that is something we're going to have to take advantage of. Okay, television doesn't want us to leave, in which case I'm just going to carry out my Cinderella-like duties and scrub some paw prints. Nice and easy. Burning through the battery somewhat swiftly, but over 100 heart points now. Should stand us in good stead, and I'll just quickly hop up here to claim this free money. Grab this as well. And quickly go for a charge. Looks like the day is coming to a close, so I'm not sure how much else we can do at this stage. So I might just go over to the bin and quickly top up on heart points, and this evening we'll try and see if we can run into Captain Drake, who was referred to previously. And that takes us up to a very healthy 118 heart points. And I think tomorrow, or at some point soon, we're going to have to scale this lamp here and see what that brings us. Because I reckon that could be a productive avenue to explore. And there we go, end of the day. Let's see what television has to say for us. So 71,603, and we're getting towards that second bonus battery upgrade. Okay, so Sanderson's asleep again. Clearly he doesn't actually sleep in his bedroom, just on the couch. Oh, okay. So that reveals the secret ledger, or whatever it is. The Chibi manual. Okay, so let's go inspect that, see if we can learn something new about our functions. Have a sneaky peek. Okay, so we can unlock additional items. The Chibi radar lets us detect useful things nearby. Chibi blaster is a little arm cannon. And we've also got Chibi tools like the toothbrush, which we've discovered already. We could also unlock new suits for the Chibi-Robo. I don't think that does a particularly important function, but it's quite sweet nonetheless. We get some love points from television for doing the studying as well, so I'm just going to read through the rest of these off screen to gather the extra points. Okay, so thanks to all that reading, we are up to 139. And I believe our commitment tonight was to try and climb the bookcase, so try and climb the bookcase we shall do. I think it's going to require hovering over from the sofa. So I'll quickly clear up this mess that Sanderson has made. So aided by some James Bond style clambering, we should be able to get back onto the end of this sofa. Try not to wake the dog, who might well eat me. Okay, Chibi-Copter away, and let's get climbing. Right, so carefully make our way over here. And I guess we can fly over there using the Chibi-Copter. I'm curious what those sort of chibi-looking doors are as well. Yeah, I've got some kind of climbing thing going on here. If we head over to the other side, we can... Yeah, it looks like get up onto this bookcase, at least for the time being. Right, so Chibi-Copter away. Uh-oh. Yep, Chibi-Copter does not sustain us for very long, it turns out. Okay, gonna have to rethink that one. Aha, so what have we got here? This is the... Ah, so we can climb up this cord. Okay, just gonna quickly charge my batteries, because I imagine that's gonna not be easy on the old power. But then we will give that a go, because there's plenty of night left to burn. And, okay, let's get climbing. Quite enjoying the climbing sound here. Okay, and now we can get the cookie crumbs from on top of the record player. I guess we could probably also turn on the record player, although I don't know how appreciated that would be at night. And there's some sort of block here. Not quite clear what it is. Oh, okay, so we can push that around, I see. Still not seeing how that would really help me. Maybe I can push it off the edge. And... over you go. Whee! Okay. Well, I got some half points for pushing the block off the ledge, and then I lost a load of health for accidentally following it. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. Let's see what she's got to say tonight. Ah, she's referring to television here. Are we very close? Generally, he gabbles at me, and he's technically my boss, so I'm not sure we're supposed to be best of friends. Aha! So what we've got to do... so if Drake does his pose, she'll run away. So what we've got to do is get a Drake suit, and then that'll give us access to the next room, it sounds like. Easy enough. Not trying to look at your diary at all. Well, that gives us some clue of what we've got to do to get past her. That frog ring is a little bit more out of range than it was before. Maybe we can sneak through to the other room now. Oh! So walking in range of the TV... Aha! Here he is. Space Hunter Drake Redcrest. Yes, he is the, I guess, deuteragonist of this game. Basically playing the Buzz Lightyear role. Let's go and have a chat. Oi, Redcrest. Greet everyone by yelling. Excellent advice for everyday situations. Yes, we've all seen Toy Story. Okay, so free gift, and I guess I can guess what this is going to be. Yep, indeed, it's the Drake Redcrest suit. No, I know how to put suits on. Okay, so with that, we'll get changed into the Drake Redcrest suit. We'll do our special pose. Oh. That is bizarre. So I already know how to do the thing that it told me how to do in the tutorial book, but because I haven't spoken to Drake Redcrest, I can't do the pose which allows me to progress through the game. I know this is a kid's game, but, you know, you can hold my hand a little bit less, lads. And there we go. So we've learned how to do the Drake pose, making Chibi-Robo look mighty and fearsome. So we not only get 19 heart points for that, we can go and scare the dog toy away now. Certainly will. So, as well as picking up these used party poppers that Television left hanging around, there's some extra trash we can deposit later. Let's, before the night is out, let's go and have a quick chat with this thing, whose name I don't think we've learned yet. She's called Sophie, apparently, and she's, yep, so embarrassed that she has abandoned her post and let us through to another room. And let's see what that is. Ah, the kitchen. Okay. I imagine there's going to be things to clean up in here, and it costs us several hundred energy to do the pose, so we've got to be a little bit careful about preserving that, because we're very close to needing another recharge. We are here in the kitchen, so first things first, let's get to an outlet before we run out of power. And let's look what we got here. Okay, so we've got a set of very old-fashioned chairs, we've got the dog's bed, and we've got Sophie hanging out on the kitchen counter up there. And whatever this is, let's have a go. What happens if I plug in here? So this unlocks a new door. I guess in here we've got some kind of, yeah, some kind of secret. So what lies within? Oh! Some kind of weird secret area, I guess. I'm not okay. No, that was creepy and weird. Okay, so those chibi doors contain extra treasure. Got it. Not much to do here for now, so we'll just burn the rest of our energy before the night is over, clearing up these dog prints. A futile effort, because the dog will merely make more mess in future. But it'll gain us some more happy points. If we can get towards 200 by the end of the night, that will be a very positive development indeed. Can't seem to clean up the mess on the wall. But I guess Chibi-Robo hasn't worked that one out yet. And with that, it looks like we finished another night. But now that we've got the Drake Redcrest outfit, let's see what happens if we show it off to the humans during the day. First things first, we'll tick up our happy points. And we are now 20,000th. We are immediately in the top 2%. Only 13 more happy points needed to get over the 20,000 mark and into the annals of history as one of the best Chibi-Robos in the world. So let's see who's hanging out here. We got Jenny. So let's see how she responds to Captain Redcrest. She says, "Ribbit." Oh, we can give her a present, so let's give her the frog ring. I bet she'd like that. She likes frog things. Better than giving us some random trash. Oh, 33 more happy points. Excellent, so we are over the limit for getting the next battery upgrade. And there are 9 more frog rings to find, I see. Well, first things first, let's go check out this chibi door up here. I'm still not sure how these rooms work. Because it's just the endless blinking eyes floating around me. There's seems to be no more treasure spawning. We've just got this strange ethereal music. It's like something from an H.P. Lovecraft story. I don't like it at all. I seem to have no energy meter in here as well, so I can't pose in here apparently. No, the eyes will be too judgmental. Look at them all staring. Ugh. Looks like the door is closed for now. Oh no, it's still ajar. No, we can sneak through. Well, let's see what the kitchen has to offer during the day then, because I bet the dog might be hanging out there. Okay, and let's go and firstly clean up by the dog's bed, just to keep things moving in a clean direction. Oh no, poor Sophie. She's being chewed. I don't think she enjoys that anyway. Maybe there's some kind of... maybe that's kind of her modus operandi. Her raison d'etre. Hello, Tao. Tao doesn't like us. I guess he finds us a bit of a threat. What if I pose in front of him? Okay, he really doesn't like that. I'm not Chibo, I'm called Chibi-Robo. Mrs. Sanderson likes me now, even though she's angry at her husband. So I guess part of the game's plot is going to be that we have to, in some way, fix up these people's home life. Prosperous as they seem to be, they live in this kind of very 80s environment. I don't see that we've got much way to climb yet. I don't know if we can pull these drawers out. Oh yeah. Okay, so if we make a little staircase here, it looks like we might be able to climb up on the kitchen surfaces. Obviously we've got the problem that we can't pull any of them out that far. Oh, that's enough though. Gets us up here on top of the very low resolution breakfast cereal. And I guess we could float away... Nope. Okay, so I haven't quite got the air required to go any further, but that was a valiant effort, I think. If we can upgrade our Chibi-Copter to go further, that might be something we could use productively. So not much else to do in the kitchen for now, so let's return to the living room. This game is part of a very particular sort of Japanese domestic milieu of video games from the mid-2000s, in common with sort of Katamari Damacy visually, and another game called Tulip, which came out on the PS2, and another game called, I think it was Homeland or Giftopia on the GameCube. Both of them had a similar kind of style to this. And it's a bit wordy, it's a bit tutorial-y, but I do quite like what this game's trying to do, and I think it has the same addictive qualities that the Animal Crossing games got to, which was, it's nice to have something that you feel like you're making a material impact on the world. Let's see if we can sneak over to this second room now that we've got access to Drake's outfit. Yes, we can. So we can go into the foyer, or the hall, as normal people would call it. I don't think anyone has a house big enough to call it a foyer. You don't own an office block. Ah, indeed. So we've been spotted by some kind of giant M&M. Oh, these are egg soldiers? That guy's missing an eye. Did he fight in the omelette wars? Okay, so we're about to get murdered by eggs. If they smash on the floor, do we have to clean them up with our toothbrush? That's kind of horrifying. This is slightly monstrous. Okay, they're not breakable eggs, at least. Okay, so they're called the Free Rangers. I get that pun. Well done to the localizers for coming up with that one. So we've got to kind of run the gauntlet of these guys, I see. I don't know how aggressive they're going to be. Kind of getting some Battalion Wars vibes off this. So if we can find some kind of cover, we might be able to sneak past these guys reasonably well. Oh, they're already shooting. Okay. That's less than ideal, frankly. We can run faster if we pick the plug up, so that's something. If we start... Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, not that way. Oh, I'm getting stun locked. Oh, good lord. And we're losing energy with every shot. This is really difficult. Maybe this is something we can't quite do yet. Oh yeah, it looks like we're about to get hit 0 energy, and yeah, there we go, they've taken out Chibi-Robo. So, well done, Free Rangers, you've killed an innocent being. All I wanted to do was to make people happy and clear up mess. And what have you done? You've made television cry, how dare you. Yes, so if you get knocked out, you get this rather sweet little bandaged model. Yes, I'm familiar with the concept of a health bar game. Yes, okay, so we don't have to have the trauma suit, but it is quite cute to have it on. Well, we lost some money, but that's not the worst thing in the world. But we do keep our heart points, so let's see how our rankings are looking these days. Ah, okay, so we can buy batteries as well. They're kind of just health packs. And with this, up into the top 10,000, 9,250, and that will let us get another bonus battery, which would take us up to from 1,000 to from 100. I'm sorry, to 120 extra. Excellent, an extra 20% health. Not to be sniffed at all. So I'm assuming the objective is not just to brute force our way through the egg soldiers, it's to find some way to shoot back at them, preferably using the Chibi Blaster. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, we've encountered the eggs, we've encountered Sophie the soft toy, we've encountered Tao the dog, we've encountered Jenny the frog girl, we've encountered Mr. Sanderson the drunk. Let's call it a day for Chibi-Robo for now, because I think we've seen what this game's MO is. I think it does something really interesting and innovative. I would highly recommend going and playing it yourself if you haven't yet, and if this channel is for anything, it is to drag these obscure games back into view for a little while at least. So, without further ado, I'm going to leave you here, and I will join you next time for something entirely different. But thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I've been Robin, this has been Digital Wilds. If you'd like to help the channel grow, please consider subscribing, and we're also on Patreon at patreon.com/digitalwilds. So with that, I will leave Chibi-Robo in his battered, powerless state, staring at you blankly from behind a shiny black eye, covered over by a bandage. And I will see you next time. Thanks very much.